not banned, and that, like we were talking about earlier, that could be an opportunity here. And Blackbeard being banned already gives an opportunity because there's a good chance Lion will be in the second.
Yeah. Team Secret and Honor banning currently right now. So the Blackbeard, a very, again, influential operator we saw Cloud9 utilize quite well on Consulate in the first matchup, and the SSG SK game, I don't actually remember. It's been so long now, and my brain is a little fried.
I don't remember any
Blackbeard play.
No.
Yeah, it didn't stand out to me if there was. Glaz banned.
So that surprises me we didn't see more of that earlier, because Glaz is in actually a really good place. We've seen a ton of Glaz play today when he's not banned. Instead, they've been focusing on Lion, but this means Lion and Maverick, so she gets spicy.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster right there. You have the Lion holding you in place. The Maverick comes in behind with the blowtorch, opens up a tiny hole secretly.
At least the two angle boys are gone. You've got Blackbeard and Glaz out of there, so it means windows are a lot safer.
And there goes the Valkyrie to round things out as a typical Mira ban. But like was touched on by Parker on our Consulate game, Mira was allowed through in the SSG and SK game and just never really got played. I don't really see the value of the Mira ban on Consulate as a map specifically.
Not to mention, you got to imagine, Honor should have done their homework. Maybe they didn't know who they're going to be playing. But if you've watched, I don't know, any amount of Pro League, I've mentioned this a million times, the bans from Secret are pretty predictable. Now, maybe they didn't ban the same attack operator, but their defensive operator, that's the same one they ban every time. Banning it for them just means they get a freebie.
Yeah.
And that's always such a huge risk to do, especially on a map where they get to ban such an important operator like they did. I don't know, it's definitely, hopefully Honor don't need those black eyes, because they're not going to get them now. Black eye might be what they get instead.
Yeah, honestly. So a couple of ACOGs coming out, the Frenchman, the Rook and the Doc from Alems and Lackey. That's an interesting combo. No clash, at least to start things off on the defensive side. And the Capitao from LSG. We saw a lot of Capitao shoehorned in, but the utility never really utilized through dispatch of a clash specifically. We saw asphyxiating bolts miss a Jaeger, miss a Bandit, try and cut off a rotate. But I think one of the biggest proponents for using those asphyxiating bolts on Capitao right now, when we've seen Clash be such a nuisance as she is currently, is to take her down or at least drop her health significantly.
That's what I've heard from a number of the pro players, is that is a very, very good, effective counter, and we're just not seeing it yet. Unfortunate, but we have seen a lot of Capitao, though. It's definitely an operator that, like, even if it's not being brought, like, Capitao's still being useful. And I'm glad to see an operator. We used to talk about this with Castle all the time. He was the one that came up without any changes. Capitao's now in that place. It's been interesting to see, like, this game's meta can shift even if you don't touch operators. Either way, though, we talked a little bit earlier about some of the spawn peaks and stuff like that. They're still going to have to take some slow approaches on this map. Throwing in an umbrella or two is not enough to make it so you can just run at the building.
That is a hard name to pronounce, so I'm just going to go with Freak on the Zofia LMG.
The mustache. Yeah, I don't think we saw the roster earlier, so I'm not actually familiar with the names of any of the players outside of the few you mentioned. So, Alems, though, definitely a familiar face. One of the two Frenchmen on the team.
Gush and Blast coming in through the side window of Admin, disorienting Alems, but no one in range to take advantage of it. Alems going to back out to safety. Looks like he's solo holding Admin for now, but the pressure from Honor not really collapsing properly. Sprays coming in from Mustache as he repels outside of A-Balk, but unable to land the shots again. It's Leon taking a little bit of damage to the Legion, but he can back off, and Alems is the Doc on the board. Could we put him back up to 100, and we can pretend like that never happened.
Why not? Let's just ignore it. But there we go, a nice initial kill there. That is going to be a good one for, that's 2 against Secret. Both the Frenchmen dead now. Or no, sorry, just one of the Frenchmen dead. That's a good start, though. I mean, that's the smoke down early.
Lacking reciprocation onto LSG. Lots of fire towards the frag grenade. Gets launched in, pinned down from multiple angles as Alems tries to back out to safety. Gunned in the back, and he'll be downed and finally finished off by Freak. Lackey will trade out onto Romulus, rushing into copy. Mustache will finish it off.
Wow.
And it's a early 1-0 lead for Honor on a very aggressive rappel game that seems to be stifling Secret at every turn.
Secret seemingly needing to warm up a little bit first. This is definitely a little bit of a cold start for them. Getting pretty. I feel like they felt like they could play some of those aggressive plays against the attack that just did not work. Maybe just better angle play from Honor, or at least the aggression that was. That's the thing, is like one of the reasons that playing against quote-unquote ranked teams is so difficult is the unpredictability. You spend a lot of time kind of ingrading these pre-fires and these angles and the approaches that you're going to fight against, even as a defender. Like attacker even more so, but as a defender, you definitely have to be ready for those. It just didn't seem like Secret were prepared to really deal with what Honor we're bringing. Can't imagine we're going to see a ton of repeat of that, but that was a really good debut.
Yeah, it looks like Secret were just, you know, playing that kind of ranked mentality. They're getting very aggressive onto windows, and you saw, I believe it was Lems, trying to solo hold admin for a minute there, and then Lackey came in support. 3 kills for Mustache on the round on the Repel game, and Lackey the only one to answer for Secret. It looked like Secret again. We're trying to jump the gun a little bit, get a little aggressive, because, you know, I'm sure they came in, like you said, Helby said, we're ready for a ranked game, right? So
maybe not yet.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if Secret took that first round to kind of gauge it, just use it as a stress test and say,
we used
what
to
are we
talk
going
about
up
this
against?
all the time. A lot of teams would lose the first couple rounds that were really good teams. Teams going back to like the original Rogue one, sometimes what's now EG, G2, formerly Penta. They would lose a lot of those initial 2 rounds, feel the team out, and then just come back swinging.
Yeah.
Very likely to happen here.
Oh, I wouldn't be at all surprised.
But maybe we'll get that second round for Honor.
Hey, I mean, like I said, act early, act often, and continue the pressure. Keep your foot down on the gas pedal, because, I mean, if you're going to continue catching Secret in these aggressive plays where they're exposing themselves unneededly, I mean, keep capitalizing. Honor, if you can go on a run here and start to kind of dissuade the confidence of Secret, by all means, take advantage, because there's going to be a turning point where Secret snaps and goes, no, we're doing this for real now.
Absolutely.
We're taking this much more seriously than we have been.
And that's the thing, is they may only have to kind of like switch that mentality and not necessarily have to go like full super heavy strat mode, but maybe a little bit to really kind of just switch their mentality in terms of like, we need to take this more seriously. Not to say that they aren't. I'm sure they're taking it seriously. It's just a question of like how big of guns they're bringing out right now. But at least the attackers, though, going on some safe repels here. The lack of Valkyrie means that these repels are a lot safer because these jump outs aren't happening. There we go. Here, nice stun, and a Doc doing his job as well. So I like the Doc play here because it's keeping them alive a long time in here. But last time we saw Lems was like the last one to fall, so it didn't do a whole lot of good.
Yeah, he was very self-centric in his play, just trying to hold admin on his own instead of trying to heal up the rest of the team. You know, I talked about Leon taking some damage and maybe being put back up. That never really came to fruition. Lems once again in his trusty little southwest corner of admin, trying to hold out. More stun's going to come in from Freak, gonna at least tell him that Lems is backed out for the time being. Lots of sprays wildly through that LMG, and now we got the northeast corner of admin as Steez has come in support. It looks like Lems has fallen back almost entirely. Steez still firing in towards the east windows of admin, and Romulus has gone for a full repel. Then he's able to take down Steez in the corner. Reciprocating fire from Lems will fail. Romulus with 2 as he picks up the down from his teammate. The repel and copy window also holding any rotations.
Good take of admin there. That was definitely a little bit messy, but they got the kills. You saw the angle play, even going prone and shooting down underneath. Just, I think that just comes from that sort of ranked mentality of having to deal with the unexpected, being able to adapt quickly. Whereas you see a lot of the strat play coming out from Secret. You saw, you know, Lems trying to do the same stuff he was doing last time. That predictability, I think, working against them at the moment.
Maybe going to use a Toxic Babe a little bit early. He's triggering Illusion Mine on the A-Box as well. What a wonderful shot by Lackey through the wall towards the connector window, or the bathroom window, sorry, and a second one for Lackey. Romulus will fall, leveling man count. Leon tacking on the volley as they continue to fall. Honor trying to battle back. It's just LSG and Freak left alive. Or sorry, no, that's Legend. As Freak will secure 1 onto Lackey with that Zofia LMG. Meepy playing the corner of A-Bomb. Door very aggressive with a shotgun in hand. Most likely going to win out in this engagement. No more stuns left for the Zofia, triggering a Legion Mine, but no, Freak with the pre-fire. And it's all up to Leon now. 15 seconds remaining. Ping's coming out in towards connector, where the Zofia is pressing in through. Now looking in towards A-Bomb door, a wonderful shot, but he's got to kill some more time. The pressure coming in, Leon firing back and forth, but it's Legend winning it out. The Thermite able to clutch out, and Honor continue the roll, a much closer round, but Secret dropping 2 consecutively.
Seems like it's really depending a lot on Lackey, who's getting the majority of the kills. This is well, so far following the pattern of losing the first 2 rounds. Yeah. This is really the round for me that decides if they're really coming back, because if they still bleed this into a 3rd round, that's not a good place to be. I mean, at least they're going to go downstairs now, where they're not going to be hanging out trying to defend admin as much, which doesn't seem to be working out. Also, good change up, but maybe a little bit late. Maybe they thought, oh, you know, we just goofed that first round. That's fine. We can hang it. But we'll see how Garage is going to go. No one's going to actually be bringing that Maverick Thermite, although still on the board. They could 6-pick him, but Lion is definitely getting played here.
I really am astonished that, and I haven't tested this out, obviously, the patch coming out just on Tuesday.
Lobby switched to.
Yeah, lobby defense, but I was going to say, I haven't tested this out, and I mean, only got a couple days before we had to leave to get here, but the new patch on the recoils. Yeah. I wonder, because I've been seeing Freak run this Zofia LMG, and previously that recoil was not favorable. You'd want to run the M762
The LMG is still not that. No, it's still not really worth doing. No,
okay.
it's a little bit better, I think, is my understanding. But overall, the regular gun, the basic is so good. There's no point switching.
That's the thing. Like, I'm curious. Even like the recoil on the M762 is even better now.
Yeah.
I'm curious because we haven't seen him really utilize the 150 round magazine, other than the fact that he hasn't had to reload once.
And that's the thing is like being kind of an entry frag role a lot of times, or support entry frag, either way that you play it, you're gonna need to be able to play kind of quickly and go with something that's a lot more controllable, because you see people that are good with that gun have gotten very good in terms of controlling it. So any amount of additional recoil is not going to be a good idea despite the additional bullets. But either way, Maestro has plenty of bullets and a nice angle to boot here. See if he can catch anyone through that tree.
It looks like Romulus, a little bit of a sixth sense there, being able to avoid the spawn peek from copy window.
Aw, so close.
So close. Once again, the LMG coming out in full force from three. 3 consecutive rounds, but a different defensive hold this time. Not as much presence inside of admin for Secret as we've been a little bit accustomed to seeing now.
Yeah.
They're going to back off. They have reinforced the copy wall, so it makes me think that someone's going to be playing towards long desk and trying to hold that tight pixel on the copy door. At
least 2 reinforcements up there. They were dedicating, I mean, that's not a lot, but it's still they're dedicating resources to this top floor, but then again, not fighting it this time. That's an interesting choice. And actually, they're playing a bit top-down control. Usually, you don't see a lot of people opening the hatch necessarily right away. So they're actually taking advantage of that to get a little bit more extra map control in case there were anyone who thought they could hang out underneath the hatch. So that was smart play by the Buck.
So Lackey's been downed, I'm presuming, by a frag grenade. He's over by yellow stairs. Either that or a claymore. I don't know how you would down a 3-speed with a claymore, but you know this game is funny sometimes. Leon still holding by where flag previously was. They deleted the flag. I don't know why. And looking in towards meeting room, Mustache again winning those engagements quite handedly. I don't know if it's just the land build for them, but they certainly weren't hitting shots like this in the Canadian Nationals.
Yeah, it just could be the case where the C8, for example, is a lot more controllable than it used to be. So his recoil is definitely better right now. So yeah, I would say it's the build in that case, but you know. Obviously, we've done some training since then, and Romulus picking it up as well. He's been also playing very effectively, although I think Mustache a little bit better. But between a Buck and Sledge entry team here, this is working out pretty well for them.
Stiz going to go for the rotate down spiral. Most likely going to try and go for a flank Visa stairs or back up the rest of his teammates coming up yellow. It's up to him to decide, and 70 seconds ticking down for Honor, but they do have the 2-man advantage, and they've taken down the Maestro. Concussion mines going in towards bathroom hallway. The drop and frag from Freaks. He takes down a Lems. Inside a bathroom somehow is Legends. He makes his way in. He's got the perfect sight control. The EOD holding the defenders in place. Mustache drops Stiz. It's all up to Meepy now. He pulls up the SMG9. It's a little bit of team damage there, but 3 consecutive rounds from Honor.
Wow. Well, that just, how is that even working? Just this, I mean, that was even very sloppy, but it's just, I see them still having a good time there.
Yeah.
Wow, it's gotta feel good though to come. Like even if you lose from this point on, putting those 3 rounds on like that against a team like Secret, it's still gonna be a big confidence booster when you go home. And I'm sure they're glad they're on the main stage right now.
Yeah, I mean they're showing out right now. They look. Honestly, I can't really fault Secret for much of what they're doing. It's not like they're throwing their lives away.
Yeah.
I think the Lion play that round was instrumental. That was dominant. It kept defenders in place, and all it took was someone turning the corner. I was a little surprised.
We saw they were able to take bathroom even.
Yeah, the Thermite just kind of rushing through there. That was a little weird, just maybe a few holes, but I mean, you're down 2 men at that point on site, and you already have a roamer downstairs. You've only got 2 to hold objective. You're in a tough position at that point. Honor capitalizing on the very small mistakes that Secret are making. I don't think they're completely throwing the game away by any stretch of the imagination. It just looks like Honor came to play, and it's going to be up to Secret to kind of rally back and turn things around.
Well, maybe this will be a case where we end up seeing a player from this team, regardless of what the results end up being. If anyone out there is impressed on the team, maybe one of these players will end up getting picked up by another team out there. We saw that happen last time with Hyper coming in from Disrupt. The match we've mentioned quite a few times. Someone did get picked up from that team to Pro League. So, although I guess they are here today as well. He is here today, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's here with Mouse.
Yeah,
and they lost 2-0 to Chaos.
So unfortunate for Hyper.
Yes.
But either way, though, Honor are doing a good job here. They are definitely, like you said, capitalizing on their operators. They're not going with Lion again this round, which is surprising considering how effective it was last round, going with the Ying instead. But they are still going with the Buck Sledge combo, which has been working very well. They have the Thermite to be able to open the garage door. And now Secret are finally going to commit to that garage. So maybe they had something in store for it, but they weren't super sure about it. Went lobby instead. Didn't seem to work out for them, though. So hopefully Garage will be their saving grace here, because so far it's looking like a sweep against their defense.
Well, I'm also curious if, I mean, God forbid, but if Secret lose this round as well, do they say, screw it at that point, we're going Teller's Archives, test out the new bomb site?
That would certainly be interesting to see, yeah. I mean, why not, right? Just throw it out there.
You're down 4-0 at that point, hypothetically.
Well, to be fair, this was Honor's map pick, right? So
yes.
obviously they know going into Oregon that Secret are, going to feel confident on that one. So if they lose this one, yeah, it's not as big a deal. But they could also, come back on the halftime switch as well. So there is plenty of opportunity for this to switch around. And this map is slightly different, if you want to blame that.
Yeah, Bandits on the wall and Mute Jammers from Lackeys for Team Secret, investing heavily in preventing the garage wall getting opened and the information denial from anyone getting inside of bathroom, or at least the drones, partly.
Classic.
For a lot of elevated Mute Jammers there, utility utilized to try and slow Honor down, because that's another thing. Honor have been moving with a horrendous pace so far.
Yeah.
They're furious, they're committed, they're unrelenting, and Bandit Charge is going to be taken off the garage wall from 2 floors above by Mustache. Midway point in the round, Honor have opened up the wall onto Garage. Legend taking a few pot shots in.
I appreciate the coordination, and the fact that he took it from the very top floor rather than trying to fight Piano was a smart way to do it. It seemed like, obviously they had practiced this, they've been playing like this for a while, and they do take Piano again anyways, though, dropping down there after they cleared that out, not worrying about anyone defending it anymore. And then, unfortunately, losing the fight in the yellow stairs, though, that is going to hurt them a little bit, but that is the Zofia. They've been doing well with just the sledge and the buck.
Ella with the FO12 inside of bathroom. That's Leon Gids stacked inside. Lems with a second one on the round. That's LSG that will fall. A frag grenade botched by Mustache. Going to land top side instead of falling through the cracks like it was intended.
Well, at least he did his job on the batteries to start with.
Leon most likely going to be going for a flank later on the round. There's still 45 seconds on the board for Honor to pull this back, but it definitely looks like Secret have come to play, at least in round number 4 here, to try and bring this back ever so slightly. Double push coming through the office hallway. And a spray in, and a wonderful flick by Mustache over to Yellow Stairs. A great trade out and more trades as Romulus will drop Stiz as if he fells Mustache, pushing in through Office. It's a 2v3. Romulus has a little bit of sight control in A, but it's easy to retake here for Secret. Rushing in, Legend's going to drop the diffuser at the garage entryway. Maybe finishes them off with the SMG-11. Leon pulling out the RG-12 or RG-15 in hand as well. Romulus trying to push through, but it'll be Lackey with the MP5K on mute to finally acquire some kind of success here for Secret.
Maybe they should have gone garage earlier.
It definitely seems that way. So now the question becomes, I asked if they lost it, do they say, screw it, we go Teller's Archives? Yeah. You've lost upstairs twice. Yeah. You've lost lobby.
Why not?
You can't go downstairs. Is this the time? No, we're going back to lobby. All right. Oh, it's contested. We're going top floor.
Pick a side, guys.
Have some fun with us, boys.
Next time. Maybe later on. But yeah, this would be the time to do it, I feel like, if you want to test it. Although, from my understanding, the pros aren't necessarily a huge fan of that bomb site.
No, I mean, it structurally is not the greatest bomb site. Yeah. There's so much map that you have to cover. You have to cover all 3 floors. And while that's a constant on Consulate, it's not that you have to cover all 3 floors on every single square inch on most bomb sites. On Teller's Archives, it kind of is that way, because you have to watch for a garage rush, or a piano rush through main lobby to come over, or a top floor rush from console office. Yeah. It's scary.
Well, the upside is they might not have practiced any takes on it, in seeing how little time this has been out. I mean, obviously they could practice on the TTS, but who's going to realistically be spending a ton of time practicing that bomb site on TTS during that time?
SK would. SK would, if there was any team out there.
Unfortunately, we didn't see that. So
no, we didn't even see it.
I don't believe it now. I don't think they did, because we didn't see it. They definitely could have shown it. Although a 6-0, I don't think they had a chance to be fair.
True.
They just weren't given the opportunity. I like to see these bulletproof cams, though. Those are always fun. It's nice, especially if you have jammers around it as well. It makes it harder for them to spot that it's even there until it's maybe too late coming in. So I appreciate the mute play on top of that. But that doesn't mean a C4 that it's not a play.
I was going to say, you're sacrificing a Nitro cell.
It's a big deal. I mean, depending on the bomb site, it's not as big a deal on this side as I would say if it was down on I'm sorry. Well, I guess on this one, if you have the intel upstairs, but they don't have a Valkyrie or a Pulse to be able to like call out where those are necessarily to go for the C4. No, they have a Pulse. What am I saying?
Yes, Lackey's on the Pulse.
I don't have my glasses actually. I can't see it all that well from here, to be honest.
Yeah, we're pretty far away. Yeah. But we'll figure it out.
All the way from Poland.
Yeah, yes. We got the magnifying glasses on. Lackey downstairs inside of Archives going to be providing the intel on the east side for Secret as they attempt their 3rd run of the top 4 bomb site on their last defensive stand, and lest this go to overtime. Drones coming out. I believe Romulus missed Lackey downstairs, so possible flank, and if he just gets into Visa, he could easily spot out Romulus here on the heartbeat sensor and detonate a Nitro cell at his feet.
Well, they are taking admin control yet again as usual. We'll see if this Pulse, though, shakes things up. If he can get that early kill on the line, that will definitely be a big help for the team. But admin falls very quickly, and that's been a big problem for Secret. So I'm a little worried about the rest of this defense. Unless Lackey's going to make a big difference on that Pulse, this could be a repeat of what we saw the first 2 rounds.
Lots of admin pressure once again from Honor. Third verse, same as the second and first here. As more drones come out, they still have plenty of time left to complete the execute. The only problem is it's still a 5v5, and they haven't, with these mute jammers in play, they haven't really been able to drone out a lot of the anchors on site. And then Consulate is a map where you really need to employ those crossfires on rappel and cause some chaos. You need to wreak some havoc and force defenders who are playing common positions to move into those crossfires from the rappel. There just hasn't really been much of that so far from Honor, but the brute force take seems to be working once again. The EOD detonating. Smoke grenade gonna hold them at bay for just a few seconds, and it'll waste a little bit of utility on Honor's side. Yeah,
they did definitely force out the smoke, but they also had to commit a bit of utility to doing that. They obviously weren't able to get any kills out of that line and the push from there, but they're at least getting positioning here. If they can get that kill onto the player inside projector, they can make this work, but they get someone in connector instead. Nice kill onto Leon.
Outside on the A-bomb balcony is Mustache. No more frag grenades left, but spraying wildly in towards maybe behind the turntable. LM's gonna trade out Legend to level up man count now to 4v4. Lackey tacks on, taking them down. They all start to fall, but a wonderful volley back now by Honor. Mustache and LSG both taking them down. The skeleton key in hand. Mustache gonna secure the kill on Namipi, and it's all up to LM's. He has diffuser at copy doorway. 30 seconds left, and he looks away at just the wrong time. The UAD goes off, holding him in place, triggering a Leisure Mine. He's gonna peek out. LM's is gonna win it, but he's low on HP. Mustache is even lower, rushing back and towards B-bomb. The shots through the wall, not gonna land. Steps on one more Lesion Mine, or one bullet to the side will end Mustache's reign. 10 seconds, and it is another Lesion Mine from Alems to keep Secret alive. A 1v1 for 30 seconds. Very tense ending to the round, but Secret able to stop the bleeding and push it to a 3-2 deficit. Only a 1-round deficit to come back from now, heading onto their attacking side.
Still gotta feel bad to lose a round off a Lesion Mine like that when you're so close. But we saw, I still think, some great play from Mustache that round. Once he went in the take with that skeleton key, very well played. It's just unfortunate they weren't able to get some picks earlier, but I think that was the adaptation that we saw from Secret. They said, okay, playing too aggressive in admin, just getting us killed. Let's play it back, let's put in mute jammers, let's slow them down, let's stop their ability to get intel so that they're pushing in blind, so that they can take, they can take admin, but when they go to push from there, they won't know what to do. At that point, we'll set up a Lesion Mine so we know when they push us. And it seemed to work out a lot better, but it got dangerously close to still not working. That does give me some confidence on Honor. But as we go into the side switch, it's hard to say how their defense is gonna pair up to their attack.
Yeah, and they're gonna start out top floor. Identical to how Secret began this map. The Valkyrie ban, I think, has become more influential as the round has gone on, at least the way Honor have been playing with the hard rappel. I talked about it in the last round, the brute force rappel attack. Like they do not care about displacing anchors and forcing out 1v1s or crossfires onto a moving defender. They want a storm site with the Lion, the Zofia. They're just charging in. And it worked initially when there was so much sacrifice being taken on Secret's side for admin. I think you're exactly right. You're bang on with the just giving up the real estate of admin early, being able to peel back and try to play the waiting game, because that was probably the closest round we've had so far, and it was really just because of Secret's patience.
Well, what'll be interesting to see is whether or not Secret are able to drone effectively enough to really identify the positioning of Honor, because one of the things I was talking about was how Pro League teams get into a certain mindset with positioning, pre-fires, things like that. So you Mustache trying to take advantage of that right here. That's the thing, is I think you saw Honor able to take advantage of these somewhat predictable positionings on the defense from Secret, whereas Honor's positionings should be a little more unpredictable unless they're trying to ape a lot of Pro League strategies. So we'll see if that factors in, but at the same time, I imagine Secret's going to be a team to do some effective drone work, assuming they can get these drones up into the positions they need them to. But it looks like kind of shuffling a little bit with the diffuser right now, trying to figure out how to attack this.
All 5 spawning gas station and immediately ripping out a spawn to get on some rappels outside the B-bomb window, the console office, the yellow window, bathroom window. I mean, we've got a myriad of rappels here from Secret, and it looks like they want to control the B-bomb site and get in there as fast as possible. The impact nade on the yellow wall has afforded Honor the ability to come back for a retake if, for any reason, they lose control of the B site. And it looks like there was at least the Legion, I believe, of Legend playing inside of B, but he might have evacuated back out to safety. No, he's still playing in behind the B-bomb, behind the desk.
Risky, but it might pay off here if he's able to hold that position. Lion coming out from Lackey is not a huge surprise. It's often banned against him, but when it's not, he's definitely the effective Lion. And there we go, a nice kill there from Meepy that is going to start things off. Legend down. That means no more goo mines. However, Mustache, always on top of things, only gets one.
Quick answer back from Mustache, but another quick answer from Secret. As they trade back and forth, they still have the man advantage. Single man advantage, but nonetheless in a good position. Only losing the Bucks, so you lost a couple frag grenades, and that's not the end of the world, really. They weren't clearly going for vertical destruction, so losing the skeleton key utility, not so
but it's
influential.
Leon.
It's Leon. I'm also curious, Lackey's going for a solo push through admin to kind of come in on this solo flank. Oh,
no.
That is just unfortunate.
The
LSG
timing.
trying to hop out, and Meepy completely prepared for it.
Well, that was, yeah, that could have been so much better. That was such a risky play. You obviously didn't have the intel. You mentioned earlier about the lack of black eyes factoring in. That was definitely a key example of that right there. Are we seeing a Mute looking for that C4 play potentially here? So I'm staring up at the ceiling. Don't know if he has the intel. No, he doesn't have any C4s left, if I saw that correctly.
Freaking and try and go for the retake now. Is playing successful inside of B right up against that connector wall, and actually it's both defenders of Romulus and Freak gonna have to go for the retake. Laying prone on the yellow stairs. Stiz lands a few blows, but it's Freak coming out on top, now spraying wildly towards the top of yellow stairs. It's a battle back and forth, but Alems wins it out. It's all up to the Mute of Romulus, who cannot retake the site successfully. Secret, after dropping 3 straight, have secured 3 straight. It's a tie ball game, 3-3 on Consulate.
Okay, so I was off by 1 round. They
Okay.
lose the first 3 instead of the first 2.
There you go.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
For Secret are doing it differently. They're just, you know, trying to keep us on our toes. They look a lot happier now.
I was gonna say, yeah, they looked very reserved and kind of just not upset, but just concentrated.
Like,
it looks like they were trying to refocus themselves earlier on, and now they obviously seem much happier, much more energetic. And I mean, we saw the same thing from Honor when they won the first 2 rounds. We saw them lighthearted and energetic and ecstatic that they were doing so well. I mean, it's a game of emotions. It's a game of momentum. It goes back and forth. Honor, though, I think they're really starting to fall off, and I think the aggression is starting to bite them now on their defensive plays, at least in that round.
Well, it's a case where they can take advantage, like I said, of being more unpredictable in their positioning, but they also need to be able to do a better job of stopping that from being countered and not overplay that aggression. They need to make sure they have the counterintelligence on Secret pushing in. And again, without those black eyes, for example, and which was banned by Secret, they have a little bit less intelligence. They do have Pulse. They do have Maestro with the Evil Eyes this time. They have the Mute Jammers. So they have some of the tools that I think they need to be able to stop that. And they have Jaeger, for example, to be able to play some tighter positioning with the ADSs to stop it from getting naded out. So that they have the right tools in the toolbox right now, but they definitely got to read into what's happening. And Lackey still being allowed to play that line is definitely making it hard for them to play that aggression you're talking about. So they just need to play smarter defensive positioning and intel.
Yeah, I think their positioning as a whole was okay. I mean, the Legion laying down behind the B bomb only got spotted out because his foot was in a weird angle laying prone.
It happens.
That doesn't happen. I mean, maybe you catch someone off guard, but the drones were clearly there. Identical roster coming out from Secret as far as operators go, and same positioning. Mass spawn at gas station, all rip out of spawn towards the windows and on the rappels as fast as humanly possible. And Stiz not going to screw with the Bearing 9 with the new recoil going P229 off rip.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of people trying to risk some of those. We saw earlier on the match you casted previously, the SMG-12 being played by the Vigil, which is interesting, but it didn't end up working. So, but there are some risky plays with some of those SMGs that people might not be used to just yet. Lackey, though, trying to do some work on those yellow stairs.
Once again, aggressive plays coming out from Honor and almost biting them this time, escaping with his life. His Legend, he rips down yellow stairs and removed the head of Leon Gids. The Buck actually somehow made it past that goo mine. Just didn't trigger it, but you know, things happen.
Those stairs are wide enough, I guess.
Exactly. Meepy going for the B window repel once again to try and fill in. So they've lost some of that control they had with Leon being on yellow stairs. You're an asphyxiating bolt in towards the top of yellow, not going to do any damage. And now this Mustache right outside the bathroom hallway windows. Lackey's holding the angle, unable to find the headshot, but able to light him up in the body enough times.
Not even taking any damage from it, too. That's pretty impressive there. So nicely played in the Meepy. Also going to try and do some counterplays there to Legend. That did a nice bit of damage, burned him up pretty good, and forced him into a tough spot for Alems to take advantage of. So Secret, again, despite losing Leon early, doesn't seem to matter because they just followed up with another kill.
Another beautiful shot from Alems to drop LSG. You still have the Jaeger of Freak playing hard up against the B windows. The ping's gonna come out, lighting up through the wall. It's a 3K now for Alems on the round. It's all up to Romulus in a 1v4, trying to come in, and Alems securing the 4K on fire in Secret with 4 straight rally back to take the lead on Consulate. A map again where it was 1v1s, and if you're trying to go 1v1 against Secret in any kind of gunplay, you're not going to have a fantastic time.
No, definitely not. They know how to play the guns right. It's just more, you know, again, an unknown team needs to play that unknownness. They need to play surprise. They need to play unexpectedly. And then hope that they're not read out on that. Hope that they're not cut out on drones and things like that. Fortunately, it just seems like they're getting a little bit unlucky in some of those too. For example, you saw the pulse creeping up. Just unfortunate timing for him. That, for example, the window jump out as well. It's just the timing is really not working out for them. And that's an unfortunate thing when you have some good aggression that you can pull off. But if your timing on it's not right, you're just putting yourself in the sights of Secret. We'll see, though, again, if Leon can go ahead and sacrifice himself at the beginning of the round, you know, to the gods, so they can go ahead and win the rest.
Yeah, that's been a common theme. It's Leon dropping first, and I mean, yeah, he's a puck,
entry,
so he can play entry. It's not a problem.
It's like he's playing like an Ashe or something. Like, let me just go ahead and find him and then get shot.
Yeah, and I mean, it's worked out. He gives the information, and the rest of the team kind of falls in line and then coordinates around the death of Leon. It's almost like they need him to be that sacrifice to get their wits about them, to kind of get that fire, and I'm like, oh, you killed Leon.
We're too dependent on him sometimes. We need to make sure he dies at the beginning of the round so we can all step it up.
Yeah, hey, it's a weird strategy, but it's working now. So 4 straight, looking for 5, and possibly even 6 to close out map number 1 to send us to, I believe, Borders map number 2?
I think Oregon first, because that was Secret's picked, So should be fun, but either way, I'm hoping for at least one more round here from Honor if it's still going to go landslide into Secret's favor. I would like to see Honor bring something back here on defense, see what they've got in store, and maybe they've got some surprises up their sleeves yet, but at least they are still trying to do what I was talking about last time. The utility they were bringing was fine. It was a good setup. They just weren't able to execute it on it well enough. I mean, yeah, they got Leon, but that's about it. Maybe they need to stand to those mute jammers so Lackey's magic powers can't find them. Yeah,
be able to move however so slightly. Still be able to move a little bit. A Nitro Cell, very aggressive, taking down half the HP of Lackey and just escaping the face of Leon Gids. It was almost the first sacrifice once again.
Well, it still could be. To be fair, Lackey didn't die yet.
Exactly. It was Romulus on the mute playing inside of admin. A hard hold, but a single hold for Romulus, as he's been tasked with single-handedly trying to hold admin. And the fact that he didn't get Leon and those frag grants are still on the board, he's going to shoot the drone, and it's going to be an easy kill.
I don't think he spotted him. I think he might have actually gotten away with that. I mean, he knows he's somewhere around there. But there we go. Leon's just like, no, he shot my drone. I don't know how to get another one in there. It's too hard. Why'd you kill that one? The mute jammers, though, it was kind of funny to see all these mute jammers, yet they were ineffective in stopping the actual drone.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of utility dedicated for nothing.
Aggressive peek, and Alems is going to win it out again, having lots of success with the M762 on Zofia compared to the LMG on Freak's side on Honor. But quick kill, mustache on the roaming dot game. Interesting call, doesn't work out. Approaching the midway point of the round now. Team Secret once again, continuing this momentum game. They have certainly slammed on the gas pedal pretty hard, and they're not relenting in any shape. Romulus being pinched now by Alems. And it's LSG actually on the pulse that is going to take down Lackey. That's the line without being able to use the EODs to hold the defenders in place. Wonderful utility lost for Secret.
Well, that wasn't Leon first, so maybe the Secret will actually lose this round. It's a case where that line was definitely helpful. I mean, I wouldn't say that was like pivotal, but it was certainly a big factor in them being able to actually pressure a lot of the members of Honor once they drone them. He's looking for a pixel here. Yeah, just like zoom in our eyes here to see if he can happen to see him. Doesn't seem like it. Looks just the outline tricking us, and there we go, the surprise coming out. The fact that he didn't get completely droned out earlier actually working out for him. So despite his maybe false gadget usage in terms of not stopping any drones, he's still alive, he's still doing work. BP's still gonna hunt him down with 43 seconds left.
BP firing in and able to trade it out, takes a little bit of damage himself, and Leon waiting for this flank coming down Spiral. It's Legend. And he's going to go back. Neither of them are going to engage downstairs. It is heading towards the front doors. This is still a lobby defense, which I completely forgot about for a good 30 seconds
Yeah, it took me a second. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't actually look where this was defending. Yeah, it's not console again, is it?
No, it's lobby defense. Time ticking away against Secret in a 3v3. The Maestro's still on the board. I think that might have actually been an Evil Eye taken down as he's trying to shoot in, but the smoke bolts from the Capital. Leon going to drop the head of Legend straight off as the Pulse of LSG going to rush into Piano. Asphyxiating bolt's gonna cut down Freak, and it's all up to LSG. Plant successful at the front door. LSG, as the bullets just escape the head, Leon will fall. It's a 1v2, but they've evacuated outside the front door with the plant down. This is looking like 5 consecutive successful rounds for Secret. Pulls out the cardiac sensor, and establish there's no one directly above him. He wouldn't even have the range to see. Now he will see if there's anyone at hatch. Has that information, so we know he's on a parallel plane. Needs to look outside, but behind those stone barricades will be the remaining 2 attackers of Meepy and Steez on either side too. There's no way to stick this. Takes a few bullets to the chest, and finally Steez will finish it off with 1 more to the torso. 5 straight for Secret as they look to wrap up Consulate on map number 1.
I really liked that plant. Just smoke off both the doors, and then the fact that they threw the fire in the smoke.
Yes.
So as soon as they tried to push through the smoke thinking they'd be cheeky, ran right into the fire and died. Because guess what? You can't see the smoke in the fire, but where there's smoke, there could be fire. So something they're gonna have to think about in the future is those safety tips here coming to you from Emzo to make sure that you don't lose rounds running into that. Either way though, this is definitely not going well for Honor anymore. However, they're still gonna feel good. 3 rounds, you know, that's something to take home and tell your parents about. You know, hey, I was on the stage, I took Secret for 3 rounds, and then they'll go, who's Secret? And that's fine, show them the VODs. But either way, maybe we're gonna see them bring out a little bit of a surprise on Clash here, although they could still 6-pick off that. But that is the first of the new operators we've seen in this matchup so far. Nope, they're gonna 6-pick instead from Mustache. So that means LSG's gonna stick it. Mustache going over to another ACOG. We saw him playing Doc earlier, like you mentioned, and Rook, and also similar operator to play, and a little bit different, but overall the same idea of playing that ACOG on MP5. Mustache definitely one of their best players, though. Freak also has some pretty good plays, but Alem's picking up where Leon's not playing.
Yeah.
Doing a good job of that.
Well, I mean, what's the average time that Leon has survived through a round on attack? Like 30 seconds?
I think
45?
just long enough to get into a room or two.
Yeah.
And
he's having a bad day, but it's the sacrifice.
Honestly,
it works.
you know, like, I mean, we're giving him crap, but this happens all the time. This is like, Leon will have maps where he's just like, I'm going to go in and kill them all.
Yeah.
And then there's maps where he's like, I'm going to go in and show them my dead body. And this is one of those maps right now. But again, this is not their map pick. But it's the thing is they never seem to need him.
Yep.
So it's fine.
It's just a funny coincidence we keep seeing as a pattern recurring. We're not being
No,
mean
Leon's
in
just
any way.
terrible at the game. That's all it is.
All right, I'm not condoning that. I do not approve that message.
Yeah, no, Leon's apparently that great. Either way, though, this is the last chance on this map here for Honor to take their own map. They've got to play this good. At least Leon took a little bit of damage initially. He's not going to be bucked this time, so maybe he'll live a little bit longer. But he's going to be playing to try and take those yellow stairs. They're going to try and get the intel to go in swiftly this time. Mute Jammers, again, trying to slow them down, but again, not doing so. It's just the positioning of them. They seem to know how to drone around those just fine. Alem's actually the one switching roles with Leon, interestingly, despite Alem's being very effective at Zofia. Well, they found Clash, at least.
Yeah, and they also spotted out the Jaeger that Alems is pinging, asking for some stuns to burn the ADS. Placing down another ADS very smartly is Freak. Frag Rank gonna get caught as the EOD detonates, holding the Jaeger of Freak in place. But he's got another ADS. He's gonna get constantly burned, but Legend with a tap fire is gonna drop Leon with the MP5. Now bring out the asphyxiating bolt as Meepy on the big window, trying to run out as the Jaeger of Freak, but he will be gunned down from behind on that rappel.
He is such a good Capital. We've seen so many times. When he doesn't burn someone out, he'll just shoot him anyways. It was unfortunate Alem's not quite getting the effect that he wanted, but there we go. Maybe again with a follow-up. This is not looking good for Honor to be able to survive this. They still have the shield at least to try and work with, and possibly a C4 from the Mute, but I don't think Rook armor is going to be a big game changer in this round.
And the Clash now are going to try and engage with Alems on yellow stairs as Alems opened it up with the skeleton key, but there's a crossfire established between Meepy and Alems. Yellow stairs in the B windows. The EOD going out, going to hold the defenders in place once again. Shoots Lackey for, I guess, good measure as he presses out of bathroom, but walking straight in towards meeting table, finds one, almost flicks to 2. His mustache will fall. Romulus escapes to safety. The Clash is alone, pulls out a gun, and a trade out here is one will get down. Romulus will take down Lackey as well. So it's a technical 1v2 here for Romulus. They're trying to rush back upstairs, but Stiz repelled upside down on A balcony will close it out. 6 straight for Secret on Consulate as they drop the first.